Hello beautiful seekers, welcome back to my channel. This is Clarity1129 and today we have got a reading for the lunar eclipse that's coming up with the full moon in Scorpio on the 16th of May. Alright, this is going to all lunar eclipses, in fact all eclipses are a powerful time, and a lunar eclipse is always in the full moon, right? And this time the full moon is in Scorpio, and we all know what Scorpio stands for, right? It is one of the most intense signs, ruled by Mars traditionally and Pluto in modern astrology. Okay, so this is going to be a very powerful time for us. Now, full moons are all about completions. So we'll be closing out cycles, and a lot of things will come up for us to process, heal, and release. So this is what this cycle is going to be about. And keeping that in mind, it's a small reading because I've already shuffled the cards. I've pre-shuffled your tarot as well as your oracle cards, and we'll see together what's going to come out. As you can see, I've kept this card here which says conclusions are within reach. This is the full moon eclipse card. So basically you're closing out a cycle, and whatever you've been waiting for is going to if you've been waiting on what the outcome is going to be like, is this going to be fruitful or not, whatever it is that you've been waiting with, you've been anticipating, that's going to come out now for you, so you can close out chapters. All right, so that's why I've kept this here as the overarching energy for everybody's reading today. I have got 3 piles in front of me, as you can see, and I'll explain as I go along as to what each card is going to be for. All right, so let me introduce you to the piles. You can choose either using crystals or using this card. Now, these cards which I've kept there for you to choose from are from the Moonology deck, and they will be incorporated into the reading because I've actually shuffled for them. All right, I didn't intend to keep them this way, but I was guided to do so, so I flipped them over for you to choose. So you can choose from the card or from the crystal. All right, so without further delay, let me take you to pile number 1. This is the beautiful amethyst point, and this card which says new moon in Scorpio, which says work through your fears. So it's possible, since anyway, we'll get to that when we reach your pile. Pile number 2 is the clear quartz crystal and blue moon, believe in the impossible. I've done a reading previously, I don't remember which, but this card had come out in that. So if you actually come across this before, there must be a special message in this for you. But I have no clue what reading that was, so unless you've seen it, chances are you wouldn't know. Pile number 3 is the beautiful rose quartz, and you and your loved ones are safe with new moon in Cancer. All right, so these are the 3 piles, the 3 cards and the 3 crystals. Take a deep breath, exhale, and relax as you exhale, and whichever pile you're instinctively drawn to, that is your pile. All right, so let's begin with pile number 1. Pile number 1, those who chose this beautiful amethyst point, or work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. To begin with, when we talk about amethyst, we talk about your crown chakra. All right, so at this time during the lunar eclipse, it's possible, depending on where you are on your journey, that your intuition is going to be very strong, And you can also be claircognizant at this time. You'll just know, you know, your sixth sense, your gut feeling is going to be really strong. And you might even just say things, and everyone, you know, people around you might just look at you with, how did you know that? And you yourself are taken by a surprise. How do you know that? But actually, whether you're consciously aware or not, depending on, as I said, which stage you are in, you are going to actually know things instinctively, just know what's good for you and for the general, you know, you're very, very connected at this time. All right. And chances are that those of you who've chosen this crystal have already been working on yourself. You've been doing a lot of healing. And with this work through your fears, I feel you're actually completing this cycle with this lunar eclipse on the 16th of May. All right. Or you've well into this process, and you will be completing it before this time is over. As you know, all these major, you know, whenever you set intentions with new moons or you close out cycles with the full moon, the energies last around 6 months, 3 to 6 months for sure. So if you're already into it, you can expect that whatever the cycle is, and whatever there is something which has been holding you back, you're completing and the cycle and totally letting it go. All right. And you've already started your work on this. And this will be successful, and so this won't haunt you again, which is a blessing, isn't it? I'll place this card right here. Okay, we'll put this here. Okay, I shall put this here. Yeah. This is the other oracle card. This is from the Spirit Animal Oracle, and I'll take this as advice at the end. I'll just place your tarot cards, okay? I've taken it out from 6 decks. I'll put it all in the description box below for those of you who are interested. All right. So to begin with, we have the Messenger of Air, which is the Knight of Swords. Is it visible? Yeah. Then you get the Knight of Wands, the Hierophant, the Queen of Cups, the Knight of Cups. We've got 3 knights already, pile number 1, and the 9 of Cups. Wow. Wonderful. All right. Let me explain to you. Each card will give you, like, this is representative of what this lunar cycle is going to, this lunar eclipse, this lunar energy, what is it bringing your way? Okay, this is what you're supposed to leave behind, and this tells you how can you do that. This tells you, this brings to you a message from your shadow self. This is how you can illuminate your future, and this is finally a beautiful card which tells you what is this good fortune that's coming your way. And then at the end, we'll take this advice card. All right, so for what is this lunar energy bringing to you, you get this beautiful Messenger of Air, which is the Knight of Swords. Okay, and what it is bringing you at this time is the truth. So if you've been looking for answers while you've been healing, okay, and as I said, the conclusions are within reach during this time, whatever it is that you've been waiting for, whatever answers you're looking for, that's going to come to you, and it is definitely going to come to you, and it's going to really help you in this journey of yours to heal. All right, pile number 1, you are going to get some communication here which is going to help you big time. And what are you supposed to leave behind? You get the Knight of Wands. From this, what I get is, if you are the kind of person who begins a project or goes into a relationship or does anything with a whole lot of passion, with a whole lot of creativity, you move in with great gusto, and then for some reason unknown to you, the excitement fizzles out. You're not able to go the distance. You just give up on it. Either you get bored, or you feel you're not good enough, or you feel something is going to come. You might even self-sabotage, all right? So though you start with great promise and your intentions are very noble, and you have everything, you even get ready for the whole thing. You're totally into it. And then may not even be halfway down the line. Just as you begin, within some time, it just, that energy just fizzles out. And this is what you're supposed to let go of now. Now, for those of you who bring this sort of energy into relationships, you'll find that, you're just going in for casual dating, for anything that's not serious, because the minute you start off, you start off with all charm, and you can lure anyone that you want to because you're all charm, so people look at you and they're just drawn to you. And then, sadly enough, you lose interest. And so that would be extremely difficult for the other person as well. And I guess you're coming to that realization now. Similarly, if it's your work, if you don't go the distance, you won't get the success that you're looking for. So even if you begin with great promise, you need to have staying power. And you're realizing that during this cycle. And if there is something because of which you feel that you're not good enough, or that, you are self-sabotaging, that is what is going to come to an end during this cycle. You will actually find out, you'll be able to pinpoint with this messenger of air here, with this lunar energy is going to give you this truth. It's going to, throw light upon this area of your life, that what is it about you that you're not able to stick with something or go the distance, whether it's your relationship or your work or your hobby, whatever it is. You set an intention and you do it very sincerely, but you just lose interest, or it just doesn't work out for you. And if that is what you're going through, and you'll know if it's your story or not, then you are going to get answers as to why you do it. And they could, you will actually come to know that there is some instance in your past, or something someone said that's been there in your subconscious, festering there, causing this sort of fear and anxiety, which may not come out as fear and anxiety, but it just gets you to abort whatever it is that you're starting. So this is going to come to you, all right? And when you get this realization, and you know that, oh, this is what I've been doing, and this is what has been causing me to do this, and I must get out of this energy, it's not going to be easy, because you're so used to it that it becomes a habit, right? So you've come to this realization, and what is going to help you further to let this go is the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant can mean many things. One, you educate yourself on whatever it is that has happened. Why? Maybe, if it is got to do with some psychological thing, you might want to go and meet a counselor, or you might like to study up why you react this way, or you want to, or it could be depending on where it is. Suppose it is now you've realized that, okay, you've gone into this venture and you're losing your interest, and then maybe they tell you you're losing your interest because you haven't really done the spade work, and that's why whatever you've done, it could take you only so far. You haven't seen the bigger picture. So now with this Hierophant here, you're able to get that energy, bring in that energy of wanting to do more, study in depth, and not just scratch at the periphery enough to take you just this so far. You're actually ready to get involved in every way that you require, meet the right kind of people to help you in this particular thing, and you're ready to go deep within, all right? For some of you, it could also be that if the fear or whatever it is something which is because of trauma of some kind or something like that, then you might resort to spirituality to find deeper answers from within, to get that knowledge, to be able to come out of it. All right. So this is what you're going to do. But whatever it is, whichever way it is, whether you're taking the help of a counselor or, maybe a guru of some kind, or you're reading up for yourself, or it's somebody whom you respect, whom you're speaking to, and they tell you something about it, whichever way it is, you are going to get your answers this time, and you are going to come out of this, whatever this fear was, which was causing you to self-sabotage, which was causing you to not go the distance. You are getting all your answers, and you are actually getting that breakthrough at this time. All right. So this is going to be very beautiful. It may not feel that way when you're going through it. Your emotions could be really high, as it is with full moons. Everyone's emotions are really high. But if you've actually been, especially for those of you who, the fear are from something which has been really deep-rooted, deep-seated, because of something which has been very unpleasant, depending on how unpleasant or traumatic that was, this healing process will be a lot more difficult. I'm sending you a lot of love and light. I'm sending you a lot of good wishes, but stay the course. All right. Go through this, and you'll find that you are able to release it once and for all, and it's not going to come back to you to haunt you again. All right. Now, what is the message from your shadow side? Oh, this is so beautiful. You get the Queen of Cups. First of all, each and every one of us, no matter how much healing we do, we have a shadow side. All right. We just like there are two sides to a coin. Everything about life, including us, we are all paradoxes. All right. And so we do have light and we do have shade. And the only way forward, like the chariot tells you, is to have both of them in a balance. The white horse, the black horse, the yin, yang, whatever it is. So your light and shadow attributes should be in balance for you to move forward. And there is nothing to fear about your shadow. Your shadow is also teaching you lessons for you to move forward. It is because that shadow is there that you're working, you're trying to bring in the light, to be able to see what is it, why are you triggered, what is it that is making you trigger. In fact, it is because you're addressing your shadow side that you start growing. And guess what the message from your shadow side is? It says, be kind to yourself. The Queen of Cups is the energy of Cancer, all right? And it is very nurturing energy. It tells you to forgive yourself. It tells you to be kind to yourself. It tells you that you're doing a great job. Whatever you're doing with this healing, it takes guts to do it. It takes a lot of courage and nerve to actually heal, to face your traumas. Facing it the first time around, when you're dealing with it, when you're going through it, is bad enough. To, by choice, bring it out and go live it all over again just so that you have to release it is not easy. But you have the courage to do that. And so your shadow side is saying, be kind to yourself. You have been through a lot. Despite that, you are coming out of it. And how? So you're just being told to be really, really kind to yourself, because you're doing a great job and this is not going to bother you again. All right. And how can you illuminate your future? And you get the beautiful Knight of Cups. So if you showered all that love on yourself while healing, as your shadow side has told you, you are being asked to give that same amount of love to everyone around you, the same kind of understanding and compassion to those around you as you move forward. And this way, you will illuminate your own future and the lives of those around you. Okay, so you will live a very happy and amicable life, wherein everything is around you is all about peace and compassion, which is such a beautiful energy to be in. Very beautiful energy. In fact, if you look here, all these are cup cards. There's a lot of love and energy and harmony and peace that's going to come into your life because of all this work that you have done here. All right, because look at this, the final card for you here talks about what is this good fortune that's coming your way, and you get nothing less than the 9 of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. Whatever it is, in whichever area of your life that you've really been wishing for, hoping for, praying for, that is coming to you. Even if right now, wherever you are, you feel, oh, that's not possible, it is coming to you, because you know, the universe is actually so proud of you, just as your shadow side is so proud of you for all the effort that you're putting in, that you are going to get what you wish for. All right, this is such a beautiful reading, pile number 1. And let's see what advice you get from Spirit. Flamingo Spirit, embrace the in-between. So right now, I feel you're at that stage of your healing process wherein things are not pleasant, and you feel that, you know, maybe you'll not get to the bottom of it. It's too, you know, you feel like giving it up, that it's just causing you pain and you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. But stick with it, pile number 1. Stick with it. Conclusions are within reach. You're getting there. Embrace the in-between. Embrace this journey of yours, this healing. It is traumatic for some of you more than others, but just stick with it and be kind to yourself in this process, all right? We are all human. We all go through real low times. Some people face a lot of hardships. It's all a game of karma. I don't even know whether I should call it a game, but it is, you know, it is all about cause and effect. And it's about so many lifetimes, so many alternate realities. But we have to, when things come our way, you know, and some things are really hard and we don't really remember what's happened in the past, but we have to pay a price for everything, all right? And so you're going through whatever you are going through, but you're doing a great job of it. And this I can reassure you, because that's what the cards say. You're doing a great job and you're going to come out of it, and you will put these fears to rest once and for all. So this brief period that you have, you're already on your journey. A lot of you are well into this journey right now, even as you're reaching here, but things are going to be beautiful, and what it is that you really want is going to come to you. All right, pile number 1. And with that, we come to the end of your reading. It's beautiful. After some, you know, these are actually not very dark energies if you look at it. They're not very dark energies. And you are, because I think for most of you, that the main portion of your healing is done, but you've not closed it out completely, and that's what's happening. So it's a beautiful reading, and I wish you luck, and I wish you well, and all my good wishes to you. All right, pile number 1. I hope you come out of it as soon as you can, and so that you can go towards your dream without any sort of fear, any sort of self-doubt holding you back. All right, if this reading resonated, do let me know. It would make a lot of difference to me, for me to know that it did help you. All right, so till we meet next time for another reading, be good, stay safe, bye bye. Pile number 2. Those who chose this beautiful card, Believe in the Impossible, Blue Moon, and this clear quartz crystal, this is your reading. This is a beautiful crystal, and usually, as I was telling some time ago in another reading, whenever I use this, what it tells me is that clear quartz is supposed to be this, all right? Absolutely clear. This talks about your third eye chakra. And in this case, if you look at it, you can see it's not as clear as it should be. There are a lot of layers in it. which tells me that you are looking for the truth, and it's going to come to you bit by bit. Like you peel an onion, there are layers to it. And you think, every time you think you know the whole truth, you get to know some more. You get to know some more. And it's possible during this time, during this lunar eclipse, when you think all hope is lost, you're being told, believe in the impossible. Because you think you know the whole truth, but you don't. Few more layers are going to come out, and you are going to really, really be pleasantly surprised at the miracles that's going to happen when you least expect it. All right, and it's all going to happen during this time. Okay, so we'll put this card here. This is going to be your advice card from the Spirit Animal Oracle, which we'll look at the end of the reading. I'm going to lay out your cards here, then I'll explain as we move along. So to begin with, you get the World. Wow, this is wonderful. Conclusions are within reach, and with World you close out a cycle. So this is what's happening to you during this time. Wonderful. Then you get the Nine of Swords. Okay. Then you get the Ten of Swords. Ooh, heavy energy. Then you get the World again. Wow. Then you get the beautiful Two of Cups. And you get the Ten of Swords again. Just look at this pile number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards of completion. This is wonderful. Okay, it doesn't feel like it, I know. At least for those of you who know tarot and who know these tarot cards, it's actually, you're looking at all the swords here and wondering, my Lord, is this what the lunar eclipse is bringing me? But just give me a minute, all right? Yes, and that is why you get this magical card, believe in the impossible, even when you feel it's not happening. Okay, now this card talks about what this lunar energy is bringing towards you at this time. This talks about what you're supposed to leave behind. This talks about how do you let go. This talks about what's the message given to you from your shadow side. This is what you need to do to illuminate your future. And this is the good fortune that's coming your way. So, what this lunar eclipse is bringing for you is the end of a cycle. I haven't noticed this before, but I noticed this has got a little key here, It's a lock with some answer. It's almost that you're waiting for the key to be able to get your answers, right? And this is what's coming to you, this full moon in Scorpio. And you are going to be able to unravel the secrets of the moon. And in doing so, you're going to close out a cycle. And not just close out a cycle. When you talk about the World card, you talk about a successful completion of a cycle. All right? And this is beautiful. And this is what's coming to you, this eclipse. So if you feel that you've been in this cycle, in this rut for a long time, and everything seems so bleak, it's coming to an end. And for good and successfully. So, all right? Now, what is it that you're meant to leave behind? Overthinking. All the sleepless nights that you had, and you've been really up at night. This, if you can see, I don't know whether you'll be able to pick it up because it's really light. This is the edge of a bed, and this is the pillow on the floor, and the feels here. This person's dreaming, and whatever this person is dreaming, it's actually a nightmare. This either, after just going into bed, a nightmare wakes her up, and then she's in thought, and you look at her, she's just covered her face, and she's in total despair. All right? And this is what's going to leave you now. This is going to leave you at this time. And this is what you need to leave, because you will get that reassurance. And hopefully this reading will give you the reassurance to believe in the impossible. Just when you think that there is no hope for you, pile number 2, I'm telling you, there's going to be beautiful things, miracles happening for you, all right? And you need to leave this behind. And how can you let go? You get the 10 of Swords. Something has happened in your life in the past. You already know this. And this has been something which has actually been extremely, extremely painful. All right, you've been through quite a lot. In fact, I feel like saying it, it's come up 2-3 times. I've been trying not to say it, but actually what I feel is that you've been through hell. And if it is true, I really am sorry, because I know how that feels. All right, so I'm sending you lots and lots of love and strength, pile number 2. And yet, I can only give you this much reassurance, and not just for the sake of saying it, is that 10 is closing out a cycle. Now, here in the image, when you show 10 of Swords, they show a person who's got 10 swords in their back. But the truth is, swords are all about thoughts. So there's someone who said something to you, whose words have been so hurting, who've cut you. You know, you feel betrayed by this person, and chances are that this person is someone who's been really, really special to you, because it's only when people are really close to you and who mean something to you that can do this to you. You know, if you don't care about someone, their words really don't mean anything to you. So there's someone you've invested in who said something, and you've actually, it's almost as if your world has come crumbling down, okay, and you're in pain. But now the cycle is coming to a close. And how do you let go is, you have actually been in this energy, in these dark energies for a long time. And now you are ready. You have healed in this period. You've actually healed. You've sat with this energy. It's possible that you haven't really interacted with very many people because you've just been sad. But now, you know, your sadness has come to that limit that there's nothing left for you to be sad. Now you're getting answers. Now you're realizing the futility of sitting in this for such a long time. And you are now taking your power back. You realize that you've given this person who's caused you so much of pain, so much of power over you, that you've been in this despondency for such a long time. And now you're going to shift that thinking of yours. This cycle is coming to an end. As I said, world talks about successful completion. 10 of Swords twice. World twice. This is synchronistically telling you that this is over, and all your sleepless nights, all of this is going to be replaced by this beautiful 2 of Cups. All right. And what is the message from your shadow side? You're being told this is coming to an end. Your shadow side says that they see what you've been through, and they feel that you've done a wonderful job of it. You've been extremely dignified while you've been going through this. You have taken in all the pain. You've shown immense strength. You've been absolutely, you know, whatever you've been through and how you've been through it, it's commendable. They're actually giving you a pat on the back and a tight hug, saying that you've done wonderfully, and the cycle is coming to an end. All right. With this beautiful, and not just coming to an end, the world is about successful completion. All right. You are inspirational. Whatever you've been through on your own with your, you know, you've been strong, silent and strong. For each of you, the situation would be different. People in it would be different. But what you've gone through is real, all right? And it's been painful and traumatic. And that's coming to an end. This is what the lunar eclipse is bringing to you during this full moon. All these heavy energies that you've been in for God knows how long is coming to an end. And there's a reassurance here that you've done really well. All right. So kudos to you for doing, you know, handling so much of dark energy so beautifully. Pile number 2. And how will you illuminate your future? By opening up your heart again. All right. Two of Cups talks about two people who are connected perfectly in thought, emotionally, in every way. All right. So it could be, if for those of you who are looking for a relationship, or whom all this is about relationships, you are going to get that perfect partner, your soulmate, someone who just understands you, whom you understand. This, you are going to, open up your heart once more, and you are going to come into this beautiful, beautiful union with somebody who's just meant for you. And all this was happening to help you grow. Maybe you've had codependency before this. You will know better. All right. But whoever this is coming back to you. And if it is the same person who's coming back to you with an apology, it could be, you'll know. Because with this believe in the impossible, it is somebody, either you thought you could never love again because that's how you've been hurt, or it could be that you were stuck on this person and there was no hopes, but they come back again. Or it could be that there's, you've lost so miserably in a business, or things have gone bad in, someone whom you trusted has actually betrayed you, and you've lost a lot of money or whatever it is. Now there's a beautiful collaboration coming your way, which is actually going to be wonderful in terms of your finances as well as emotional fulfillment. It's going to be the perfect solution for you and your business, or whatever it is that you do. So this is what you need to do, and this is what's going to illuminate your future for you. All right. And because you've been through so much of heavy energy, it brings in empathy to you. It brings compassion to you. So whatever be your scenario, whether it's a relationship or a working relationship or a personal relationship, you are going to be an empath, because you know how it feels when you are at the receiving end of a tragedy. All right. So you are kind. And because your heart is open, and because you let love flow freely, that is what you're going to receive hereafter. All right. And what is a good fortune coming your way? And you get the 10 of Swords. And this is the good fortune that you get your way, that you are now like an alchemist. When you have these energies, it makes you stronger, it makes you resilient. And this 10 of Swords, which was a curse for you, is actually going to be your biggest strength. And this is what's going to propel you forward. All right? Because every step of the way, you will remember what you've been through and how you felt at that time. And it is this very moment which is going to actually now be a sort of guide for you in the future. It is what is going to, as I said, with this, you are going to get so much of clarity. And this episode is going to bring so much of clarity by the time you heal from it, that, this, as I said, is what's about your third eye chakra. All right. So you will be, you may or may not be clairvoyant at this time, but you will definitely be able to pick up energy. All right. There is so much of empathy and compassion in you after all this has happened, that you're able to know exactly, you become such a good judge of character, or of, you can just pick up energy so beautifully because of all that you've been through. Your senses, it's as though you have started listening to yourself. You have actually, in this healing process, you have been through so much. It's possible you've withdrawn after this for a long time. And by the time this cycle is all coming to an end, you are so sensitive to everything and everyone around you, that now this, that was which has actually brought you down, is what is going to be that guiding light for you as you move forward. All right. And pile number 2, believe in the impossible. If you're right now still in this processing phase, then then you would be going through quite a lot at this time. All right. And maybe you wouldn't be in a very great place as you're watching this reading, but let me reassure you that this is going to change now. This really is going to change. I'm sending you a lot of love and strength, all right? And I want you to know that you have to believe in the impossible, because it's what's coming to you. Wonderful things are going to come to you, all right? And let's take out this advice card from Spirit, Bobcat Spirit, which says life is a mystery. So you don't know what's waiting for you at the end of this. But this that has happened is going to, by the time you heal from this beautiful connection is happening for you. Things are going to come out, and this is going to propel you forward. People are going to be so inspired by you and how you've been, how you have actually carried yourself through so much. Is going to be an inspiration for people, and down the line you will come to know why all this happened. And those mysteries, as I said, with this, there are so many layers to it. These layers will slowly open out and unravel in front of you, and you will get to know exactly why this happened, and you'll be liberated from it. All right? It's actually quite a lot, my pile number 2s. I really feel for you. But just know that it's all coming to an end, and happier times are waiting to happen for you, all right? And this episode that's happened is going to be, it's not going to harden you, but it's going to make you more sensitive, which is a gift that is coming your way, all right, during this lunar eclipse. Usually what happens is when you go through such a bad time, you become hardened against everyone. You put your walls up, but not you. You have processed, you have healed, you have taken all your time, and you've really been through quite a bit, all right? And still you have kept your heart open. And this beautiful thing is going to always remain with you. You always keep your heart open, and so you're going to get a lot of happiness and love coming your way, all right? So that's what I have for you, pile number 2. Sending you lots of love and strength as you get past all these heavy energies. And I would love to hear from you when the miracles actually do happen, and you come out of it triumphant. And I am going to be there cheering for you, all right? This is going to really turn out nice for you. Even if you don't believe it right now, you're being asked to believe the impossible, all right? Pile number 2, I leave you here till we meet next time. As I've said twice or thrice before, I think, in this reading, because I don't know your each situation separately, but I know you've been through quite a lot, and I'm sending you a lot of love and strength. So till next time, be good, stay safe, bye-bye. Last but not the least, we come to pile number 3. Those who've chosen this beautiful rose quartz, which has got a little bit of a scar here, which is being highlighted to me right now. Okay, beautiful energies. This talks about loving energies, all right? Even if sometimes love can be a bit challenging, but it's still beautiful, all right? And with this card, and you and your loved ones are safe, it tells me pile number 3s that you're worrying over somebody you love or people that you love. For whatever reason it is, maybe you're planning, you're at the threshold of taking a decision, and you don't really know whether it's going to be in everyone's favor, but it is something that's very important to you, and you're wondering, if I say yes to this particular thing which means so much to me, will I be upsetting people around me? And this is Spirit telling you, you and your loved ones are safe. So if there's something that you really want, your soul is calling out to, go for it. Now, this is an advice card from the Spirit Animal Oracle, which we shall look at the end of the reading. Let me lay down your cards, then I'll explain as we go along. To begin with, you get the Queen of Earth, the High Priestess, the Star, wow, 5 of Coins, the Knight of Wands, and the 7 of Cups. All right. Pile number 3. This card talks about what this lunar energy is bringing your way. This card talks about what you're supposed to leave behind. This card talks about how you can let go. This card talks about your message from your shadow side. This card talks about how you can illuminate your future. And this last card talks about the good fortune that's coming your way. Okay, so let's begin. What you're coming, the energy that you're coming into, or what the lunar energy is bringing towards you, is the Queen of Earth. Now, the Queen of Earth is a beautiful queen, self-sufficient, abundant. Okay, she is the ideal queen, and that is why a lot of times she's the Queen of Earth is usually known as the wife card, and the King of Earth is known as the husband card, because they've got it all. They've got love, they are very grounded energy because it's earth energy, they've got a lot of abundance, they've got everything going for them, and this is what the lunar energy is bringing to you. So you are going to be in this energy during this time. You will be abundant. If you're in a relationship, the relationship will be going great. Whatever it is, you are in a very beautiful place at this time. This is the energy that's coming your way. So if you're not here, you're getting there. All right. Now, what you need to leave behind is the High Priestess. Now, you'd wonder, for those of you who have been watching tarot readings, High Priestess is such beautiful energy. Why would you want to leave it behind? Well, we are not talking about the psychic gifts here, but this time when the High Priestess comes, what you need to know is that you are supposed to leave your secrets behind. This card is a very, the High Priestess stands for a lot of hidden secrets. And in this case, I believe my pile number 3s are hiding things from those of maybe from your partner or from someone who's close to you. Now, if you're in a relationship and one of you is completely transparent and the other one keeps secrets, that's not a very great thing in a relationship, is it? I mean, if one person bears it all because they trust you, they will get this feeling that you don't trust them as much as they trust you, or that you're not as invested in this relationship as much as they are. Now, there's this astrology guy who has been coming up lately with, asking these opinion polls as to should your partner get the code of your, telephone or not, or should they be checking your mail or not, and things like that. And as an Aquarian, I always write, no, they shouldn't. When you say no, they shouldn't, it's not that you're keeping secrets from them. It's just that you need to have your boundaries. And if there's trust, then, those boundaries should be respected. Having said that, if on certain occasion your partner has a little bit of they feel uncomfortable and they ask you, I'm uncomfortable or a certain thing, have you, would you let me know? And for one rare occasion when you feel that this person is really uncomfortable, if you show them, there's nothing wrong with it. But it shouldn't be, because in a relationship, there should be complete trust, all right? Now, by nature, each and every one of us is intuitive. Because of all this distraction in the world around us, we disregard our intuition, but it's there. Now, in certain, but when you're living very closely with another person in a relationship, you can easily pick up each other's energies, all right? So if one person is being really, really open with you, and they find that you are an absolute wall when it comes to discussing whatever's going on in your mind, then it's an uncomfortable position. It's an uncomfortable position for that person who's bearing their all to you. Okay, and so this is the energy that you're being asked to leave behind at this time. And with this Queen of Earth here, I feel for a lot of you, this has got to do with your, if you're in a marriage or in a committed relationship, these are for those people especially, I feel. Or even if you're in a, say, a business with somebody, you know, you have a joint venture with somebody, and that person tells you everything, but you keep a few, you know, things up your sleeve. That's not advisable. Pile number 3. And how can you let go? And you get the Star. The Star is beautiful energy. It's Aquarius energy. Okay, it talks about healing. Yes, it also talks about hope. And it talks about being your authentic self. So it's, when I've said that, now I've also come to this portion. It's possible that you, pile number 3, have something which you're hiding from your partner, and that's got to do with your insecurities. You feel that if you bear everything, this person will not, the person whom you're with may or may not stay with you, may move on, may not see you in good light, may not trust you as much, and so you're keeping secrets. But you're being guided to actually show them your authentic self, and you'll be surprised at what comes out. For one, you'll be free to be yourself. There's nothing more beautiful than that. You are who you are. We all have a dark side to ourselves. Each and every single person, even the people you really admire, even those great men and women that have walked the earth in the past and today, all those people you look up to with rosy-eyed glasses, each and every one of us, we have a dark side. Just as much as we have the light side, we have a dark side. All right? It is about moving ahead in balance, keeping the dark side in check. It's not about hiding your dark side. It's about embracing your dark side and saying that we'll balance it out as we move forward, because everyone has a dark side. It is this dark side that helps us grow. All right? So you are being asked to show the world the real you, at least show your partner the real you. If you need to be your authentic self, otherwise it's like living a dual life, that you know you are this person and you're pretending you're someone else. See, as it is, you know, this word personality comes from the word persona. You're showing a different side to the world around you. The whole world doesn't know, you may not want to show your real self to the whole world. You know, you have one personality when you go out, just like you don't wear your pajamas and go out into the world. That's for you at home. Similarly, when you go out, you know, you may be feeling miserable inside, you may be sad, you don't want the whole world to know. But you have that few, you know, one partner or few people who are really close to you where you can be your authentic self. You can't have a mask all the time. You can't wear a mask all the time. And this is what you're being told to do. And do, you know, the right kind of person, if you are with the right kind of person, if you are meant to be with that person will love you all the more when you show your authentic side. So let them see the real you. You feel they'll walk away from you. If they do, then it's better that they're gone, because you want someone who's going to be with you, who loves you for who you are. And so you need to actually work on your insecurities and not hide things from people. And if you feel that you're going to show this side of yourself, and if you're in a committed relationship, a marriage where you have got children, and they're going to walk away, no. They won't walk away. They'll be there. You and your loved ones are safe. Everything is fine. It's all in your mind. But if you keep secrets without letting the other person know, chances are you are the one who's going to create a rift. All right? The message from your shadow side is the 5 of coins. Can you see this little image here? This person looks like a queen, and this little kid here almost looks like an abandoned kid with one pentacle, and this queen is actually, you know, taking him under her wings. And your shadow self is trying to tell you that you are safe. With here, you and your loved ones are safe. Your shadow self is trying to tell you that you have enough. You are good enough. This lack mindset that you have, this feeling of you are not good enough that you have, is all in your mind. It is not true. Whatever you've been through, wherever you've come from, heal it. Get past it. Today, at this moment, as you're watching this reading, this is the message for you, pile number 3. For those of you who resonate with it, you are good enough. Show your authentic self. You will be loved for who you are. You and your loved ones are safe. If there is someone who's in your life who's authentic, who've shown themselves their true side to you, they love you. That's why they've done that. And when you actually show them who you really are, they will still love you. If there are some portions, some dark side of yours, which you feel they will not accept, maybe they may be in state of shock because you've been wearing a mask all along. But they will also, if they really love you as much as you think they do, because that's why they're with you, they will, it may come as a shock to them. It may, because you've been trying to be someone else, but they will be able to make out that it's been such a struggle for you to show yourself, and they will understand that. And they'll be with you every step of the way. And just look at what you achieve with that. Freedom to be who you are. To be with a partner who is not going to judge you, and you can still be who you are. That's such a beautiful thing. And that's what you're being encouraged to do. And that's the message from your shadow side, that most of what you think, the reason why you're not good enough, is actually your imagination. It's not the truth. So you need to express yourself and allow this person in without keeping so many secrets from this person. And how can you illuminate your future? When you are able to bring your authentic self out, you are going to be able to remove the blockages, and this is going to give such a boost to your creativity, to your charm. This is going to do wonders for you, pile number 3. So allow your authentic self to be seen. Please allow your authentic self to be seen. Don't keep secrets. Especially the type which you think is a big deal, but it's actually not such a big deal. And when you do that, what is this good fortune that's going to come your way? You get the beautiful 7 of Cups. You are going to get so many opportunities, because chances are that you're not delving into different aspects because you are keeping a major chunk of you hidden. You're not wanting people to see that because you're scared that people will judge you. But when you allow this wonderful person in your life to see the real you, you will get so many answers from them. The kind of love you get from them, the kind of acceptance you get from them is going to clear out blockages from your life. It's going to see yourself, going to make you see yourself in a better light, and you will know that you're good enough. And this is going to boost your creativity. You're going to be a magnet of sorts. People are going to come to you. And with that, so many doors are going to open out for you. You'll wonder, which way should I go? You'll be spoiled for choices. This is what's going to happen to you. So don't worry. You and your loved ones are safe. Show the world the authentic you. Show your partner, first of all, the authentic you. And know that you're good enough. Whatever you feel you're lacking is all in your mind. And you can change that. Now let's see this advice from Spirit. What do you get? Canary Spirit. Sing your own song. How can you sing your own song if you're not authentic? So be yourself, sing your own song, let the world see who you are. Pile number 3. And then you're going to have a magical life after that. And when you do, I'd like you to let me know in the comments that you did. You can't even imagine how beautiful it's going to be when you can actually live a free life, when people around you know you and love you for who you are. All right, so be your authentic true self, pile number 3. And this is this beautiful gift that's going to come to you during this lunar eclipse and full moon in Scorpio. Just do it. The time is right. Everything is, taking you towards you being able to show your authentic self. So don't stop yourself from doing that. It's not worth it. You're going to be liberated when you just do this. All right? I'd really love to hear from you in the comments when you actually get past this and you liberate yourself. I'll be so happy to hear from you. All right? Until I meet you next time, be good, stay safe. Bye-bye.